thought you said the whole reason you were here was to meet your family and get to know them again.
Oh, yes, it was. But as I've already told you, my initial meetings with Danielle did not go well. On top of that, I think I upset her boyfriend.
Oh, so this Danielle has a boyfriend?
Yes, he's an intern at General Hospital. His name is Jake Marshak.
Well, isn't this a small world?
And they are very involved and quite happy being by themselves. Oh, wait a minute. I can see the wheels turning there. I think you're already planning this family reunion.
Maybe. But I think the idea of all those people in the same room together scares the pants off of you.
I must admit it is a bit daunting. I have one request, but please, could we at least keep this little meeting between the two of us?
I at least could tell Scott, right?
No, please.
Why not?
It's just for the best. If not for everyone else concerned, at least for me.
Well, excuse me for saying it, but I think I smell a rat.
Beg your pardon?
I think there's something that you aren't telling me.
Listen, if you don't want to deal with this...
Look, Mr. Baldwin, I appreciate everything you've done for me, all right? But I'm not about to go head-to-head with you on this.
Okay, well, then just, take off.
No, I can't. Karen, I'm not going to let you mess yourself up because of me. All right, I was wrong, I was stupid, I was crazy. What else can I say?
Well, you're doing a good job.
If you're not going to the hospital because of me, Karen, then you're paying for my mistake, and I'm not going to let that happen to you.
It's okay, I can handle it. Come on in, Joe.
Listen, he's right about one thing. Don't pay for anybody else's mistakes.
I'll remember that. Yeah.
Are you going to come right back after this meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to ask you a favor, okay?
Okay.
Both of you go to the meeting.
I like your dad.
Yeah, I like him too.
Look, I'll make this short. You get back to the hospital, Karen. You're never going to have to worry about me again.
Well, I'm glad you're all here. Most of you, anyway.
I wasn't aware that we had a choice.
Yeah, absence will be treated as the equivalent of missing grand rounds.
Cause for dismissal.
Well, that's a good start. People always feel like opening up when they're forced into it.
What's that supposed to mean? You're on our side? Give the guy a break. You think he wants to be here?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, now we got to sit here at a mandatory psych meeting because Cooper's admitted to the hospital as a patient. We're not the sick ones here.
Do the rest of you feel like Dr. Marshak?
What we're sick of is dealing with all of it. Why can't we just forget about it and do our jobs?
Have you forgotten about it?
How can we forget about it when we have to play these mind games with you?
Whatever it is not going to fix anything. It's actually making me crazy.
I can see why Dr. Burgess is worried. You all scare the hell out of me.
You robbed this hospital, this community, this of a decent man. He wasn't easy to like, but then a lot of us aren't. But he was the finest doctor I ever saw. I'd rather not see you as a human being. And that scares me. I wouldn't care what happened to you if I saw you as a monster. Inhuman. My friend David believed that it wasn't the number of lives that we saved. It was the quality of life that we gave back to anyone in our care. Even human monsters. Like that, Arnie? You should thank the man that you murdered. Because of him, I can't see you for who you really are.
Dr. Burgess,
How dare you? Outside, Dr. Harmon, now.
I only wanted...
Do I have to push you?
Are you going to let me explain?
Why aren't you at that meeting?
Why aren't you?
Don't you question my authority ever.
Well, from what you were saying in there, this was about being a human, not an authority figure.
What I was doing in there is none of your business.
The man murdered your best friend. And now you're forced to treat him. I mean, you keep trying to tell me that that does nothing to you. You know, if you don't go to Collins's meeting, I think you ought to discuss it with someone.
Meaning you?
Well, I'm here.
I am not going to say this again. Mind your own business. And get your butt down to the on-call room with the others.
Gotcha. One last thing. The only real authority I answer to is my own conscience.
Well, you better rethink that position if you want to practice medicine in this hospital.
Yeah, and if you really believe what your friend Dr. Falk stood for, you better rethink what compassion is. Especially when somebody shows it to you.
Why should we scare you?
I never met him face to face, but he did nearly shoot and kill my fiancée, who happens to be pregnant with our baby.
She was the woman in the elevator?
That's right.
She was on her way home to tell me about it. But instead, she wound up dodging sprays of bullets and climbing up an elevator shaft with me all night long. And that's all thanks to Greg Cooper. Unlike you, I am having some reactions to this. I'm having some trouble sleeping. Occasionally, I'll glance down at the speedometer on my car and I'll see that I'm going about 80 miles an hour on a dirt road. But I'm not thinking about driving. I'm thinking about Lucy and our baby. And how this man, who I've never even laid eyes on, nearly killed them both, all because he was set off by a noise. I think sometimes that I may not be in as much control as I was before that night. But then, I'm not going through an internship. I'm not wielding a scalpel. I'm not making any diagnoses, and I'm sure as hell not pretending that it didn't happen.
Do you really think this is the way to handle it?
No, I don't. And I'm going to tell Dr. Burgess that, because this can't be mandatory. I don't know. Maybe you're not ready to meet as a group. But if any of you would like to meet with me, that's fine. If you'd rather meet with a therapist who hasn't flipped out like I have, I can give out names. Or maybe you don't need help at all. But believe me, you're not going to just forget about it. See you around campus.
So, Doc.
Yeah.
How is Lucy?
She's fine, Frank. Thank you for asking. And thanks again for everything you did that night.
Sure.
Hey, what'd I miss?
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm ready for a party.
You got me covered, right? Thanks.
By all rights, a former combat soldier shouldn't be standing here shaking in his boots. I must admit the prospect of meeting this family of mine.
No, sir. I don't think that's it. I don't think you're shaking in your boots at all. I don't think you're scared. I think you're a bit shy.
Oh, is that your official diagnosis, Doctor?
Yes, it is. And let me tell you something. Scott wanted to leave Port Charles, and he made me jump through hoops to convince him to stay. But I did it. I convinced him. And I know I can convince you to stay, too.
Do you always push this hard?
Sure do, when it truly matters.
For argument's sake, let's just say I go along with this plan of yours. Promise me, at least for now, that no one will know who I am?
For now.
Deal.
Deal.
I pushed too far. I acted like a guy, which unfortunately I do. I screwed everything up.
You didn't screw everything up.
Karen, I did. Come on. You know, and I thought about what you said about being a friend. And you're right. I mean, maybe we're not friends like we used to be. But I'm still enough of a friend to make sure you don't feel uncomfortable at work. I hope you get what I mean. I really do, because I'm out of words.
So you said you were wrong, and you were sorry for it. Wow.
Yes.
What a concept.
Well, we better get to the hospital, or we're both going to be out of jobs.
Jagger, where are you?
Dr. Bennett to post-op. Dr. Bennett to post-op.
Jagger, you finally got my message.
Listen, take your time. I'll cover for you.
Hold on a second. Okay, thanks. I'll be there as soon as I can. Hi, I'm back. No, that was just another intern telling me about a meeting that we have. So, you finally got my message. Because I want you to come here as soon as you can.
Lucy, I don't see how you can even
and
justify
I
a
agree.
discussion. Well, look at that. Packed and moving out?
Well, we're still looking. Hey, is that intern meeting over?
At least for now.
What's with the bag?
Let me have your shoes.
I'll help you. Here, Serena, let me do
Please,
it.
I got them.
Let me at least do one. Give me that
We're
strong
going
foot.
over to see Karen. We have a little date.
A play date.
Yes.
Oh,
With Karen.
that's great. That's great. Karen would really enjoy that. I'm sure she could use it.
I think you guys could use a little time alone.
No argument here.
Well, she's going to spend the night with Karen, and I'll just check into a hotel, and we'll see you tomorrow.
That's great. Just great. For Karen, I mean. Well, have a good time.
Well, I'll take that as a hint. Come on, honey, let's get out of here.
Serena, come right back tomorrow first thing, right? We'll be here waiting for you. I'll be here. Bye. Okay. Okay, what? Are you saying I'm being too obsessive?
Well, I think it's possible Scott could use a little time to himself as well. He just got Serena back. He'd probably like to get to know Karen a little bit. I'd say that justifies a new home. I think he has to find a new home.
Okay. Maybe you're right. I'm being too obsessive.
Maybe we all need a little time to adjust. I think we've all had enough surprises for now.
So I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
Oh, here we go.
I'm glad most of you made it. Beer's on me, okay?
Oh, yeah. That's the big announcement.
Yeah, well, free beer, I wouldn't complain if I were you.
I wanted to have you guys here tonight to announce my engagement to Danielle Ashley.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, that's great. Mwah. Oh.
Nice going, dude. Hey.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Matrimony's in the air. You must be worried. Frank and Julie might start getting ideas.
Not if I can help it. No, sorry, correction. Not if you can help it.
Oh, so now I'm doing your dirty work for you?
Well, if you want to earn that $500 I gave you.
We haven't had much time lately.
Oh, you've been busy.
I guess. There's a lot to say.
I missed you. Is that too much?
No.
Okay, then I'll finish. I got this speech burning a hole in my brain that I want you to hear.
What's the matter? You're a million miles away.
Huh?
I thought you'd be happy for me.
Oh, I am, man. No, I really am.
So, well, what's the problem? So are you going to tell me what's going on, or are you just going to sit there all night?
Never mind. I'm sorry. Our session put a damper on your celebration, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hmm.
I know everybody's thinking now.
Yeah, what?
They're thinking we got to go to group therapy.
Oh.
While Cooper's lying over there in the hospital.
Yep.
The worst thing is, you know, it's just part of a plan to keep him going to prison.